Hey guys, it's Lex, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be telling a story today. So I would just like to make a quick disclaimer and say that I take partial blame for this story, not all of it, but partial blame, because in this particular story, I personally did not communicate my feelings to this person. And I would just like to say that was a big mistake on my part because it led to a lot of this and a lot of issues. But, you know, it's all in the past. Everything's good now. No tea, no shade. Don't come for me. I would just tell like a story of the way how I saw that things happen. So if you want to hear my story, keep watching. Okay, so this story takes place about a little over a year ago. I think it was September of 2017. And so we're gonna call the star of this show Austin. So I had a friend named Austin that I had liked for not quite a year at this point, but pretty long, probably like over 6 months. And we were like pretty okay friends. Like, we'd hang out, like do our own thing, you know. We were never together, that's not what I'm saying. We were all living life, doing our own thing. Yeah. I'm not trying to make this out to be like he cheated on me, blah blah. No, there's no cheating. But anyways, yeah, so 2017 September, Austin had invited me to come over to his friend's house and hang out with him, and I was actually at Janie's. And so I told Janie, and I was like, oh, like she knew like I liked this boy. Everyone freaking knew. So she was like saying like, oh, like I'll take you over there and I'll just go hang out with so and so while like you hang out with Austin. And I was like, okay, perfect. So Janie drops me off. I go into Austin's friend's house, and everything's like good. Me and Austin do our own thing. Like, we're hanging out in like a different room than where his friend is. His friend's in like the living room watching TV or something, I don't know. And so fast forward, like hanging out was good, it was fine. Fast forward to Jeannie picking me up. Before she had quite got there, Austin was like, I didn't think anything of it in the moment, but he was kind of like, oh, like, is Jamie here? Like, when's she coming? And she like on her way to pick you up? Like, where is she? I was like, oh, like she's hanging out with like this friend. Like, everyone, we all knew each other. I was like, oh, she's hanging out with this friend. And he was like, oh, okay. And like just kind of kept asking when she was gonna be there. Like, he wanted me to leave, so I was like, okay, I could take a hint. So I like texted Janie, and she was on her way to pick me up. I get in the car, and she's like, oh, like how was it? And I was like, oh, like everything's fine. And she was like, oh, okay, good. And then she tells me that the friend she was hanging out with is also friends with this other girl, and we're gonna call her Ashley. I swear I have the most basic names, I'm sorry. So Janie informs me that she found out from her friend that Austin had also invited Ashley over to hang out with him at his friend's house the same night. And so when I hear this, I'm kind of like, okay, like cool, because Austin did this type of things a lot, and like I said, we were never together, so it shouldn't bother me, right? But I would just like to say I'm a jealous type. Like, I'm sorry, but I am. Even if I'm like not with the person, if I have feelings, I'm gonna obviously like get sad, you know. So when Janie told me that Austin had invited this other girl over to hang out with him, like when I was hanging out with him, I was like, oh cool, like he's just hitting up everybody, right? So yeah, she was like, yeah, so apparently Austin invited Ashley over to hang out, and her friend actually like pulled up while you were there to the house, to Austin's friend's house. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I guess like Ashley and her friend came to hang out with Austin and his friend, but like none of them would answer their phones. Like, they tried to like come to the door or something, like no one would answer. But she said that Ashley could tell there's people in the house, like their cars were there, you know. So I was like, what the heck, that's so weird. So like in like the time, and I wasn't at Austin's for long, the Austin's friend's house, the time that I was there, probably like, I don't know, like a half hour, Ashley and her friend had pulled up. And in my head, I was just like, what kind of dumb boy invites two girls over at the same time, like thinking that we're not gonna find out. Keep in mind, all the people in this story, we all know each other. I live in a very small town. We all know each other, okay? And apparently, people kind of knew about me and Austin too, just like hanging out, because apparently Ashley had asked Janie's friend, like, oh, like, are like him and Lex like together? And I don't know what she said, probably like no, I don't know, because we weren't together. But yeah, so I was kind of just like, what kind of dumb boy invites two girls over in the same night at the same time? And they straight just like didn't answer their phones. Like Ashley and her friend were like, we're here, like we're gonna leave if you don't freaking let us in. Like I would too, I'd be annoyed actually. So yeah, so that really irritated me. I carried on with my night. I think Janie and I went out or something. I don't remember what we did, but I remember I spent the night at Janie's house. And in the morning, I kind of just like came to my senses, and I remember we called up Janie's friend on the phone, and we're kind of like all talking about the situation, and I was like, yeah, like he just does this stuff a lot. Like I think like there's nothing wrong with it because we weren't together. I just want to reiterate that 1,000 times. I'm not trying to make this like a cheating story or like make Austin seem like to be a bad person, you know? It's just how I felt, and I couldn't keep putting myself in these situations. So I came to the conclusion after like talking to like all this sounding like a girl talk that I was going to block Austin. Block Austin and remove him from all my social media just so I could get over him. And the sucky thing is that we were friends, so I was like I don't know, like I like being around him, you know, like he's a good guy, but I couldn't keep doing this to myself. So I made the decision to block him on Snapchat, and I think I blocked him on Snapchat, and then I unfollowed him on Instagram, and I made him unfollow me. And before you could just do the unfollow button, so I had to block him and unblock him to get him to stop following me. And I think I had his number, and I think I deleted that too. I don't know if I still have it. But anyways, yeah, so I went home that day feeling like really good about myself. I was like, yes girl, like you're gonna get over this boy, you're gonna find yourself a man who treats you right, like life is just gonna be so great. And this was like the beginning of my senior year too, and I was like no more time like wasted on dumb boys. Like I'm gonna focus on my school, my friends, my family. Like I'm gonna have a good ass time, as I thought I would. So fast forward to, okay, I honestly do not know when this was, probably like the next weekend or something, because I remember I had already started school. Fast forward to the next weekend, I went out with my friend Sarah, if you guys remember her from my Khalid vlog. Yeah, so I went out with my friend Sarah. We went to this like outdoor fire thing, and let me just tell you, fires are not my thing. I actually have no idea why I went to this, and then I'm thinking back on it. I remember I was sick too. As you can tell, I'm always sick. Like it's just a thing. But anyways, I remember I was sick and it was very cold out. I do not know why I went, but I did. And it started to get like pretty late, and like I said, I was sick. It was pretty cold out, so I wanted to go home, and I think Sarah wanted to stay or something, so I ended up getting a ride home from someone else from the party that was leaving when I wanted to leave. And I was like, hey, could you drop me off here like at my house? They're like, oh yeah, perfect, like that's on the way where I'm going. And I was like, okay, cool. So this whole like time I was not thinking about the situation, about Austin, about anything. Like I was doing good until I am in the car on my way home with this person, and I get a Snapchat from Austin's friend, and it's not the friend that I went to their house to hang out with Austin the week before. It's a different friend. We're gonna call this friend Brandon. I get a Snapchat from Brandon, and I thought it was kind of weird because me and Brandon don't Snapchat. Like, we're friends, we're mutual friends. I'm friends with everyone in the story, but we don't like Snapchat. We don't have a streak, we don't talk, like we're not close. I get a Snapchat from Brandon. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Maybe like he just slid up on one of my stories from the party, like asking where it is or something. I open it and it is one of the chats, like the blue box. I open it and it says, nice joke. In my head, I'm like, what? Like, I was so confused when I got this. And I think I just said like, what or something. And he says, the pregnancy test on Austin's porch. The pregnancy test on Austin's porch. What the heck? Like, oh, I'm still to this day so confused. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't remember what I ended up saying, but I was so confused, and I was like, what? And he told me to call him. And at this point, I realized that Brandon was Snapchatting me because I had blocked Austin. And Austin obviously saw that when he tried to talk to me about this situation, like tried to accuse me or whatever. And so he had his friend Brandon that he was with snap me. And then so Brandon gives me his number and he's like, call me. And I'm like, okay. So I'm still in the car with this person. This person's like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm like freaking out. I call up Brandon and Austin is on the phone and he was like, hey, so basically someone left a positive pregnancy test on my porch tonight and I know it was you. And I was like, bro, like, I was out all night. I was not anywhere near your house. Like, why would I do that? How would I do that? Do I look pregnant to you? Like, that was one thing me and Sarah were baffled. I was like, do these boys think I'm actually pregnant? Like, thanks for calling me fat, but whatever. Yeah, so I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't do anything. And he was like, well, I've only been with you and Ashley in the past few months, and I've been with her all night, so I know it wasn't her. And, like, just blaming this on me. Like, I know it was you, not even, like, hearing my story. Like, I was like, I didn't do it. I was out with friends. Like, look at my Snapchat story. Ask anyone. Like, I was doing other things tonight. I have better things to do than go to your house and how do I even fake a pregnancy test? I don't know. So I'm just like, whatever. At this point, I'm getting mad. I'm like, whatever, think whatever you want. Like, don't talk to me. Like, bye. Like, whatever. So we're done on the phone. And I remember me and Brandon kept talking on Snap. And I was just like, I remember I was, like, honestly really confused and hurt, mad. I was like, first of all, like, that kind of hurts because we were all friends. And for them to think I would do that, like, okay. And I was like bringing up to him and I was like, you realize that if I had done that as a prank, like, I would admit to it and I'd be like, haha, like, gotcha. But I literally was so confused. I was like, I wish I did that. That's actually kind of like funny. And also, Austin, you have bigger things to worry about because someone out there actually did do that to you, which I find like baffling. Like, what the hell? Like, who does that? But anyways, yeah, I would like to say I did not do that. I would not do that. I don't know how to do that. I wish I did it, but I didn't. And Brandon's actually being like super nice about the whole thing. He's like, thank you for saying that. Like, I know. Like, I think Austin's just mad. Like, I don't know. This morning, still pissed. I think I told JD and her friend that was the communicator between like Ashley and all this. And I think I end up messaging Ashley and just like telling her what happened or whatever, asking her about it because remember he said, I know it wasn't Ashley because I've been with her the whole night. So I messaged Ashley and I don't remember how the conversation starts. I'm so sorry, I have the worst memory. But I remember she was like, I was working all last night. Like, I was not with Austin at all. We haven't hung out in like a few days or something. Like, I was not with him. And she was kind of, I could tell she was getting angry too because she's like, why is he involving me in this? Like, she knew about the like 2 timing night as well. Like, she knew about me, I knew about her. And so we just start talking and she sends me, she's with her friend and she has her friend take a picture of her and Austin's Snapchat messages. And she asked him, she's like, why are you involving me in like this like pregnancy test story? Like, what's going on? And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to lie to Alexis to get her to tell the truth, so I just told her I was with you all night. What? Bitch, like, I had to lie to her to get her to tell the truth. Tell the truth about what? That I didn't do it? Like, he literally was so stuck on the fact that I did it. There's no one else that possibly could have done this except for me because I'm such a freaking evil person. Ooh, made me so mad. So, yeah. At that point, I was so mad. I had Austin blocked, so I couldn't message him. I couldn't go off on him. I took a screenshot of the picture that Ashley sent me of the text messages. I sent them to Brandon, the friend that was with Austin the night before, hoping he's still with him. It's like morning, I think. And so I send him to Brandon the screenshot, and I'm like, if you're still with Austin, just let him know I'm done and to leave me out of his games. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. Like, I remember what I said. It wasn't super mean or anything. You could just tell I was very upset. And I remember Brandon didn't reply, so I have no idea if he was still with Austin or not, but I'm sure he told him that I was pissed. And yeah, that's honestly the end of my story. And it's, like I said, it's not like a huge, like, cheating or anything, like, but it's just, like, who does that? You know, like, when literally they said pregnancy test, I was like, do I look pregnant to you? Like, I don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to my story, basically listening to me rant. I would just like to say, like I did the disclaimer, I'm like over this. Like, this was over a year ago. All those people in the story were all like good, everyone's friends, no hard feelings, no tea, no shade. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little story time / rant session. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment any video ideas you guys would like to see in the future. I don't know if you guys like these types of stories, but Jane and I have gone through a lot of weird stuff, I guess you could say. So yeah, let us know if you like to hear these type of stories, what you want to see from us. Make sure you like our Instagram page at LexandJ for video updates. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.